Hi everyone, welcome to the first episode of the Wednesday weekly Walkthrough solves, where I show 5 FTO solves every week. And keep in mind that I don't have the standard scheme, my green and red are switched, so it might be a bit difficult for you to follow my moves, but doesn't really change anything to be honest. Okay, I can immediately see a half-solved triplet and an incorrectly solved long trap, though it can be forced into a solved trap. Usually whenever I have something easy-ish like that, I try to force a pseudo triplet. So in this case we can actually combine those two like that and change the orientation and form this triplet and insert it like here, and then just finish like that. I've immediately noticed this corner, though we have nothing from it close to us, and then this corner, and we have green here, so we can make it like that. I see this red, put it here, down, and because I have the fully solved small red trap, I will try to create the other one without destroying this one. So the color scheme here is correct, so I would need to form them like that. And also I see orange here, which I probably wouldn't do in an actual solve, but that's a good idea to save that and create red instead of here on this side. So we have this and we create this, immediately oriented. Now this is supposed to be orange because that's why I decided to leave it here, and the color scheme here is incorrect, so we can just set up a 3-move insertion and do it on here to fix our color scheme. We can see our triplet here. I notice the purple goes up there and we don't have any purple here, so the only place where purple can be left is here. So I guess I'm gonna do it like that, combine it, insert it. I can see that there's gonna be a solved pair here, and put it in here. So we see this corner, and the last corner should be in here, so that means that we have this case and a TCP. Second solve. Here we have a really nice blocks. So this correctly solved a large trap, as well as this block with already connected pseudo half triplet. So if we can force those two blocks into a normal state, then we can enforce a green one here. I mean, like here, and it actually is green. Then we can immediately create a pseudo triplet for free, but we still need to force our corner here. And because the solution is so short, we can actually force or predict something else. So that would destroy that green. So I honestly would prefer to, okay, maybe like that. Another idea is to just solve the white without a single triangle, look ahead into a triplet, solve that the second triplet, and then solve the triangle, but I don't want to spend my time doing that right now, so I'm just gonna insert that white here while leaving the green in here. Then we will set up those two blocks as well as this green and insert it here. And we have this block. Immediately we can see purple here, so I'm gonna rotate and set up it like that, then insert it. Again, I see this red, so we're gonna try to do the same trick I did before, though there is one move. Oh, that's incorrect. I thought that was yellow. One move large trap, but I'm gonna just save this red here, and because we have something gray here, I'm just gonna force the red to be on this side, and so we have yellow and green. Okay, I'm not gonna force that because it's not the easiest solution, so I'm gonna set up them like that, connect, and I see orange here, which is supposed to be here. Reorient the red. And what can we do here? So that's blue, but even without thinking about the correct color scheme on orange, this kind of connection would create a really bad case. So without even thinking about the color scheme, I'm gonna build this block because it's immediately easier and will usually provide an easy cancellation into the color scheme. And this color scheme is actually correct, and the orange will have the proper orientation, so we can just solve the orange as usual, and we have it this way. And I've actually noticed that we created this block, so I'm gonna move it back here. I see this blue and immediately create this block, though it probably wasn't the smartest idea, because it's gonna be like that. And I noticed this block, I mean, I didn't know what's gonna go here, but after the insertion, this part will look the same. So we do d prime, insert it, looking at this block, so the triangle will go here, d, and we now know where every piece is. So I can just connect this block. I can see that we will have an 2-cycle TCP. I don't remember if it's odd or even. Sledge, and we have our case, our TCP. That's it. Third solve, another interesting white block. This one is in an incorrect orientation, and we cannot just solve it because that corner should be here. And we have a completed triplet. Those scrambles are extremely easy, but it's random state, so I guess it's okay. Yeah, and there are a few possible solutions, but what I really like is we can actually fix this orientation, thus creating a 3-move insert of this block, as well as creating immediately the block to insert this triplet, because if you have skip triplet, it's better to solve it correctly instead of creating a pseudo triplet. So I'm gonna do it like that, not to disturb this block, put it in here, and I immediately see this, and we can put it like that. And I was looking for a blue triangle while solving that, but actually it got solved, so we can immediately solve it in here. I see orange here. Anything else? Nope. So what was the color? It was blue, so we need to put it like that. I have this orange, and so I have this gray triplet, and I can do that to preserve it, but it's not its correct position, so I'm gonna do it like that, so I can move some of the gray pieces up here, or at least destroy the long trap. So we're gonna move it like that. It's not yellow, so we need to orient it, and here we have gray, yellow, and gray, blue. We can just put it like that, and then solve it. We need to do a U on this one. Yeah. Orient and orient. I noted this one and the purple triangle, so we're gonna do that. Sledge to move the purple triangle here, connect them, and then insert. I can see that we have a completed pair here, D, and we know the location of all of the triangles. So I'm just gonna do a sledge here to connect those two, and then I guess a hedge here to connect them. That's not one of the best cases, but just we do the TCP and it's done. Fourth solve, we have those blocks, and that's not a correct color scheme, and we also have this triplet. And immediately I thought about something interesting. We can combine those two, though that would be incorrect, but we can force a triplet here. So we can put this purple here, combine them into here, and then by moving it away, we have a 2-gen completion, so just complete them. And I immediately notice this block, connect them, and put this in, and what is that? Why is my first layer almost solved? But whatever, it's FTO, and I notice that we have red here, which is solved but incorrectly. also orange here, that is also solved incorrectly, and actually in the same, its position in relation to red is actually correct, which is nice. And if I would have noticed that during the solve, I would try to maintain those two blocks, even though they are incorrect. So that's somewhat of a 2½ center solution. And I'll combine those two like that. Combine them, and because orange is immediately in front of us and we have this block, we can, this actually formed, so we can immediately solve it. Now we have gray here, and sadly we have this case, but it's an incorrect color scheme, so we can just fix it like that, and then solve that. Yellow here, and notice in this corner, we can fix that. We're looking for blue. There's one blue here, and I don't know where is the other one. Checking here, it's not. So I will start with purple, like that, and then I can change those two orientations, forcing them into this position where I can easily insert it in here. And we have a pair here. So we're gonna send it there, solve the down layer, and I know I actually forgot what went there. Blue went there. I can see green here, so we know that it's a 3 cycle. So it's this one. So one look TCP, I guess. One look, last 3 triplets. Fifth solve, the last one, and this is the first actually problematic case, because like we have this block, which is nice because if you have an edge here, you can either insert it like that or like that, depending on the correctness of the color scheme, as well as force in some cases. So that's won't be forced, and that also won't be forced. So yeah, honestly I cannot see anything that good here, so we're just gonna use some TPS and hope for a good triplet solutions. So in the beginning I will finish this block, and then I will continue into here, creating that, and it will immediately be in the right position. And now we are looking for our triplets. We have this one completed. I put it here because I knew that there is blue here, but we got another blue here. We can put it in the back. We have this corner with nothing, and I can see that we can combine them like that, and then there's gonna be the blue. Put it in here. We have this orange, also this orange. So I guess I'm just gonna do it like that. Put it like here. That's an incorrect color scheme. So we can make it like that, and the gray actually goes in here, and this is a correct color scheme. So we can immediately after this go here, trying to solve this case, because we already knew like what is going on here. Orient the gray, nothing interesting in here. I notice this green. I can either do it like that or like that. I would prefer doing it, having a pair formation like that. And this piece, this triplet will stay in this position as it is. So we have yellow here and blue here. We have a pair formation here and another pair formation here. So we know that we can have it this way. I never avoid one flip cases because, or whatever they are called, like when the corner is here, because the algs are actually pretty good. For example, this one, it's one of my favorite algs. And here we go.